Hey folks, what's going on? Coach Gav here. 15th of February, episode 2, possibly 3, depending on when we link them in together. So, just home from the gym, not enough, shooting in my room. Uh, so, nice mix of stuff today, nothing crazy. I had Frey's first parent teacher meeting today, which is pretty cool. Little bit, a little bit surreal. And this is her first year. She's in infants in school, so it's again full of all these different landmarks of kind of starting school, Christmas play, parent teacher meeting, sports day, things like that then as well, and the novelty of doing homework for both of us is still very much there. So it was just very surreal. It brought me back thinking back when my mom and dad went to my own parent teacher meetings, and they like call us into the kitchen after when they came home, and they were like, "Oh, look, we want to talk to you," and I'd be like, "Oh shit." Obviously, I wasn't cursing when I was in primary school, um, but it was a case of, it was just funny, kind of looking back and thinking back over it. I turned 30 back in December, and kind of between 25 and 30 was quite a big, productive, busy, up and down 5 year window for me. So I look at I love nostalgia. I love looking back and taking the lessons from different things that went on in life, good, bad, or indifferent. And Freya came along like 10 days after my 25th birthday. So it's kind of fun seeing now this new chapter in her life, and she has all these different things that go along, and kind of, you know, we have a lot of parents that train with me over in the gym. Young parents, old parents, people of kids of a similar age, of an older age. That kind of a nice mix, to be fair. And it's I always find it funny. We always, or not always, we sometimes end up kind of talking about like the parenting section for books, and I'm like, it's literally the biggest waste of paper ever, because none of those books prepare you for the situations you find yourself in. Like, there's no book in any bookstore for the situation I'm in, where kind of just not like, oh, how to parent your child with the mother of your child when you're not together, and step parents, and step kids, and all this kind of stuff. And there's no there's no book out there on it. And you know I think being a parent, and being a father, and being a part of a duo, having a child literally is something that, you know excluding like IVF or whatever, like, but for a general term here, for the sake of the discussion, it's something that, you literally need the other person for. That without that person, you could not have achieved that thing. And yeah, myself and Freya's mom, we butted heads an awful lot in the early days, and we still do the odd time, because we're different people. We see things from different ways, and but it's so kind of, there's an irony to it, where we're both rooting, or we're both pulling for the same thing here. What's best for Freya, and as she grows up, and I think that definitely helped with kind of, there's a lot of metaphors in everywhere that we look. So for me, it was kids kind of going, kind of, you have to pick and choose your battles, really. And that's going to happen, like, let's say with nutrition. So with nutrition, you're going to have a way that you want to do it. And, oh, I want to look this way, or I want to feel this way, or I want to have this type of body shape. But I don't want to give up everything I currently do. And unfortunately, you know, if you're living a certain way and you want something different, you're going to have to give something up at the end of it, all right? Sorry, give something up to get to it. And it might mean giving them up for a little bit, it might mean giving it up for a lot of it. It just means that, it has to happen. Now, I'm a firm believer and a firm practitioner of a balanced lifestyle. A couple of drinks every so often, cinema, ice cream, popcorn, sweets, all in moderation. But there is like a foundation, pillar, structure your nutrition needs to take, not even should, but needs to take. And kind of, I've always been up on the bandwagon of, look, I'm not the biggest fan or the biggest supporter of weight loss groups. Yes, I know they work for people, but that work, in my opinion, and it's only an opinion, but a right one, it comes with an asterisk, where yeah, the scales is moving, but there's only one indicator of your success, and then there's the whole other side of things in terms of pushing bars and products on people and all that kind of shit too. But as we spoke about in video one, it's just different types of music, different categories of music, and certain people listening to that type of music is what's going to get them where they need to get to, and for others listening to my type of music and that we do from a fitness and training point of view will be what they want. So again, when it comes to your nutrition, you're gonna have to make changes. To get something different, you're gonna have to do something different, and like that kind of how I parented Freya when she was a newborn, compared to how I do it now that she's 5, is completely different altogether. When she was 5 days old and 5 weeks old and 5 months old, she was unable to express how she was feeling or what she wanted. And it wasn't for lack of trying though, but now that time has gone on, she's very articulate with her words. She's able to kind of say, hey, look, this is what's wrong, this is what I want, this is how I'm feeling. And then you can go and do something about it. And I bet myself up an awful lot when Freya was a newborn, because I wanted to be such a good dad and such a perfect dad from the outset, and also with the way things were, myself and Vanessa myself and Freya's mom were apart at the time, and I really wanted to make sure that kind of I was up to scratch, that we both were as good a parent as the other. And looking back now, I laugh, and even at the time I realized it was a silly thing to do, because I was 25, her mom was 21, 20, just about to turn 21. We were both kids, still very much kids, and completely feet first in, a firstborn for both of us. So it was a completely different kettle of fish, and it is still now. And I know that as Freya gets older, things will change as well. So what I'm saying here, or what I'm trying to say, I suppose, is that as you go and grow through your training and nutrition lifestyle, cycle, program, whatever way you want to put on it, you're going to have to grow and change with it. You can't expect the process or the results that come in the early days to still be reaping the same benefits later on down the line. And that's where kind of progression comes in, and that's where having a coach and having a community like the one that we're building at Kildare Strength and Fitness is going to be beneficial, because it allows you to fail forward. It allows you to be comfortable enough to try push yourself that little further, to kick on that little bit more, to take a shot in yourself, take a chance in yourself. And kind of, what's the worst that could happen? You go and you try at something and you end up exactly where you are now. And where you are now isn't the end of the world. You're not dead. That's always a good starting point. And kind of we do, that's one of my kind of my go-to lines in the gym. People complain about being sore, being tired. I'm like, hey, at least you're alive. At least you got your arms. At least you got your legs. And it's kind of said in jest, yeah, for sure. But at the same time, there is also a subtle dig of, hey, look, nothing's that serious. And like I said, the last 5 years has been a kind of a crazy up and down time. And, a lot's gone on. And there was times where I thought all the walls were caving in, and no matter how hard I tried, there was no doing good, there was no doing right. And I went through a bout of depression, battled, played, toyed, struggled with anxiety on a daily basis. And the one thing again I found that kind of worked was being strong, being proactive, being active, full stop. And it didn't solve all the problems overnight, far from it. But it put me in a better position to deal with them and to handle it. And sometimes that's the best result you can get, is for things to stop being so shit. Is an improvement. You don't have to go from shit to good. You can go from shit to less shit to less shit to, yeah, grand, then to good. And that can be on how your body looks and how your body feels and how you feel mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So sometimes stopping things being shit is the very thing to go and do. So I'm going to wrap it here, folks. We're just approaching the 10-minute mark. I'm going to try to keep the videos to around 10 minutes. I think it's an easy to consume amount of time. It's a very, can give me your attention while you're having a cup of tea. like I am here in my wonderful New England Patriots mug, Super Bowl champions. So look, that's it, guys. This will probably be episode 3. It's long enough to be an episode for itself. So again, 3 in the book. I will see you soon. God bless.